This is Jacob Aquino, Mech 132, Lab 3, two-phase wire control. We have what's connected to the power source, connecting towards the contactor, overlay relay, and the motor, and the selector switches. The selector switches are connecting to the contactor through what's A1, and then A2 is connecting back to the overload relay, and then the overlay relay is preventing the current not to overload the motor, and the contactor is keeping everything connected to the switches, the overload relay, and everything. So we'll turn it on, and we'll turn off the switch to turn off the motor. Motor's back on with turning on the switch, and to show that it is a two-phase wire, we have L2 overlapping on top with the green wire connecting straight to the power source, and the red wire connecting straight into the overload relay connecting back to the motor. And then L1 on the power source is connecting back to the contactor and also to the emergency stop button, which I will show that functionality. So emergency stop button works. And that concludes my video. Alright, this is Jacob Aquino. This is Mech 132. Motors and drives. We're doing Lab 3. This is the power connecting to the motors, connecting to our start. And this is basic motor. We're first, it's not suggested that we wire it this way because the way the circuit is connected,
If only one phase is hooked.
Because it has to have three phases going. Right now we have two phases going, and they're ending up fighting and not functioning as correctly. We have it running, it starts, and it's fighting itself. And then we switch it here. Fix it in my right up. And then we turn it back on. It's not running, it's barely running. And I press the start button, nothing happens. This concludes Lab 3. This is Mech 132, Lab 3, three-wire control. My name is Jacob Aquino. We have everything connected from the emergency, the push buttons, to contactor, the overload relay, to the motor. In this circuit, we have the push buttons connecting to start and stop. The start will have it continuously running, while stop will have it immediately stop. The emergency button is there in case of anything to go wrong. So we'll have it running now. And then start. Starts. I'm no longer pressing the button. Still running. Then I press stop, and it stops. I'm gonna show that the emergency button still works, and everything's fine. And it can continue again. The overload relay is there to keep everything from overloading and overrunning the current. Contactor is keeping everything connected, while the push buttons are allowing everything to properly flow. And that concludes it. So this is Jacob Aquino, Mech 132. Motors and drives. We're doing reverse direction circuit on our 4-part series of labs. Everything seems to all be here. The only difference now is the cam switch, and cam switch seems to have everything to move forward and reverse and stop. We're all connected to the power source, to the motor, so we'll just run into reverse and turn the power on, and motor's running in reverse. Move it forward. Now motor's moving in the opposite direction. Everything was simple to connect because it's all lined up and it's just moving in a series circuit. And that concludes this lab.